Welcome to the PCFL Show. On this week's episode, Week 1 is in the books, and we've got the highlights. Also previews for the upcoming Week 2 matchups. The PCFL Show is brought to you in part by 916 Design Studio. For all your design needs, call 916-747-9255. Also by Hosted Sports, the only one-stop place for all sports on the web. The Spartans and Rhinos kicked off the season early with a defensive low-scoring game that no one predicted, riddled with turnovers and game-changing penalties. Here the Spartans go for three, and it's blocked by Dante Washington, but a penalty calls it back and keeps the drive alive. John Breland bats the ball away to save the touchdown, and Daniel Torres kicks the field goal through for the Spartans, making it 3-0 with a minute left in the first. In the second quarter, the Spartans are in scoring position, but Des Walker of the Rhinos forces a fumble, and the Rhinos recover. In the third quarter, things start to bounce the Rhinos' way as Sean McCauley takes a bad snap and hits Al Gilbert for the first down. 2 plays later, Jonathan Lockett gets open for this 33-yard reception. And the Rhinos get into the end zone as Sean McCauley hits Leonard Collins Jr. for the touchdown. But the extra point hits the upright, and it's back and forth until the Rhinos take a knee. And your final score is California Rhinos 6, Salinas Valley Spartans 3. The Giants get into scoring position as Curtis Holden pulls in a 37-yard bomb. Sean Hosey Jr. takes it the rest of the way for the touchdown. But the War Angels answer right back with a 22-yard touchdown throw from Robert Tirado to Earl Williams, and they're tied at 6. Later on, Tirado hits Williams again for their second score of the day, and the War Angels take the lead. Jumping ahead to fourth quarter action, the Giants can't get the punt off, and it sets up a War Angel field goal. The War Angel defense decides to get in on the action as Charles Borg knocks the ball loose and Robert Jones scoops and scores. The Giants end the scoring on a Curtis Holden touchdown reception to cut into the War Angel lead, but a failed onside kick cinches the game. And your final score, Richmond War Angels 22, Golden State Giants 12. The Islanders get on the board first as James Bard snares a pass out of the air and takes it to the house for the touchdown. The Rattlers missed 2 field goals but hit a third attempt to make it 7-3 at the half. In the second half, the Rattlers take the lead after a pick six by cornerback Earl Joseph. Later in the quarter, the Rattlers move into the red zone and extend their lead as Ryan Thompson hits Lee Slaughter for the touchdown. But the Islanders come roaring back as Ray Pinkston hits Ricky Moore for a 55-yard touchdown pass. Replacing an injured Ray Pinkston, Miles Gates comes in and completes a huge 4th down pass, which puts the Islanders in position for the tie or the win, but the game ends when Clint Murs tips the pass and it's intercepted by defensive tackle Rob Gray for the Rattlers. And your final score is North Bay Rattlers 17, Pacifica Islanders 14. On the Chiefs' first possession, they score when Kyle Allen hits Tony Edmondson. But the Bulls answer back with this touchdown run from Jeremiah Allen. The Chiefs then methodically move the ball down the field, which sets up a score from Kyle Allen to Andrew Smith. And later on in the quarter, Kyle Allen hands off to Johnny Slater, who throws to Austin Winston for the touchdown. But the Bulls come charging back as Brandon Hicks scrambles and hits Marquise Foster for a huge first down. And that sets up this run by Marcel Dunn, who scores against his former team. But the Chiefs extend their lead as Kyle Allen hits Bryant Smith for a touchdown. Extending the lead allowed the Chief defense to pin their ears back and force a turnover. The Chiefs switch to Ray Hewitt at quarterback, who hits Austin Winston for the score. And Hewitt hits Winston again, giving Austin 3 touchdowns on the day. And your final score is Solano Chiefs 41, Tri-Valley Bulls 13.
You are watching the PCFL Show with your host, Angry Mike.
On their first possession, the Fury cap a 14-play drive with this throw from Logan Hollis to Will Bryant, who bats it up for Cisco Ragsdale. On the first play of the second quarter, the Fury score again as Logan Hollis hits Terrence McGee, who breaks the plane for a touchdown. And on their next possession, Logan Hollis strikes again, this time to Kyle Providence, who takes it for 76 yards in the score. But the Barnstormers strike back as Sterling Montgomery hits Randy Lambert for the touchdown. A bad snap by the Fury results in a safety. And the Barnstormers score again as Sterling Montgomery hits Nick Breland, who makes a great play on the ball. In the third quarter, capping off a 10-play, 63-yard drive, Logan Hollis hits Robbie Longan for the touchdown. But the Barnstormers answer back and cap off a drive of their own as Omari Carr takes the pass and brings them within 2. And in the fourth quarter, Logan Hollis gives the Fury a little breathing room as he hits Kyle Providence for their second TD connection of the day. But once again, the Barnstormers threaten as Sterling Montgomery hits Aaron Wallace for the touchdown. They go for 2 to tie it up, but linebacker Jason Burris bats the ball away to maintain the lead. And your final score is Capital City Fury 30, Central Coast Barnstormers 28. The Ducks get on the board first as Tanner Mathias picks up the bad snap and hits Cam Baywa for the touchdown. In the second quarter, the Ducks are unable to get the punt off and it's blocked. But they're unable to recover and it's a safety. In the third quarter, a Ducks fumble proves costly as Rob Sherbin recovers for the Outlaws. And Scotty Cordier hits Terrell Woodall for the score. Later on in the quarter, the Ducks are stopped on fourth down, giving the Outlaws excellent field position. And Tommy Hampton takes it in for the touchdown. In the fourth quarter, the Outlaws extend their lead with this Johnny Garcia field goal. The Ducks are able to pull within 1 score as Tim Lang rolls out and hits Michael Conway for the touchdown. They get the ball back and they're in scoring position to win, but the Outlaws defense holds them on downs. And your final score is South Beach Outlaws 18, Delta Ducks 13. Let's take a look at our performers of the week.
You're watching the PCFL Show.
The Chiefs are coming off a week where not only their offense made noise, but so did their defense. Will they be able to move the ball consistently against this Outlaw defense, which has proved to be the strength of their team? And can the Outlaws match the intensity that they had in week 1? Chiefs, Outlaws, Miramonte High School, 3 o'clock kickoff this Saturday. Sponsored by Pittsburgh Smog. Call 925-432-PASS. The Islanders are well aware that this is a marathon, not a sprint, and they're coming off a hard-fought battle against the Rattlers. Will they regroup and show everybody why they're one of the best in the nation? The Giants' offense had a solid outing against the War Angels, but need to show consistency going against a tough Islander defense. They'll need to minimize turnovers and maximize scoring opportunities. The Islanders take on the Giants this Saturday at City College of San Francisco. Kickoffs at 1 o'clock. The Eagles were on a bye this week, so we asked owner Nate Wims what his thoughts were of the upcoming season.
We're going to be flying. That's all I can say. Pretty much. It's going to be a good year.
The Rattlers are coming off a hard-fought win. Can they avoid the emotional letdown, build consistency on the offense, and rely on a hard-hitting defense led by Clint Mers and Buddy Connor? The San Jose Eagles take on the North Bay Rattlers Saturday in Santa Rosa, kickoffs at 1 o'clock. The Capital City Fury showed some of their potential in Week 1, but they also showed they need to work on some things. Can they get it together in time to take on a tough Rhino defense who showed they could grind it out with the best of them? And can the Rhinos minimize the turnovers that cost them scoring opportunities? The Fury take on the Rhinos this Saturday at Hayward High School, kickoffs at 2 o'clock. Sponsored by Hacienda Plaza Family Dentistry. Call for your appointment today. The War Angels are coming off a nice Week 1 victory and are looking to build on that momentum. They performed well in all three facets of the game. Can they keep that going into Week 2? The Barnstormers got off to a little bit of a slow start in Week 1. Once they got going, they showed they're not far off from where they were last year. Can they make those adjustments this week and return to their dominant form? The Richmond War Angels take on the Central Coast Barnstormers this Saturday at Gilroy High School, kickoffs at 3 o'clock. The Spartans are a work in progress. They had a lot of drops and a lot of turnovers. They cannot make the same mistakes against a tough Delta Ducks team who's looking to prove that Week 1 was a fluke. We all know what the Ducks did last year. The question is can this team find their identity for this year? The Salinas Valley Spartans take on the Delta Ducks this Saturday at Grant Union High School, kickoffs at 4:30. Sponsored by Bell Pest Control. Call 916-512-6035 or go to bellpest.com. Well, that's it for this week's episode. It was an exciting Week 1, but it was only Week 1, so tune in for the rest of it. Also, be sure to share the show links on Facebook. The more we get out into our communities, the more people we get coming to our games. Also, check out the PCFL.com for more info. I'm your host, Angry Mike, and I'll see you this season.